Hi everyone, my name is Midnight, and for Halloween, this isn't my Halloween special by the way, but this is just something I wanted to do. Because it's the month of October and Halloween's going on and all that, I thought I might share one of my favorite horror stories from when I was younger. And it is from Vampires, Werewolves, and Other Demons, and it is a tale called The Wine Demon. There were once two friends, Hiswing and Chuang, who lived in the city of Peking. They spent a great deal of time in each other's company, alternating their evenings between each other's houses. One night, as the two were indulging in a pleasant evening of conversation at the house of Chuang, eating delicacies and sipping warm wine, the host was called away on urgent business. He insisted that his friend remain to make himself at home until the business was done. Sung had been barely left alone for a few minutes when he decided to pour himself a fresh cup of wine, but no sooner than he had done this when the cup vanished from sight. Understandably annoyed, he poured himself another cup. This time a dark blue hand emerged from beneath the table and snatched the cup away before Husong even got to touch it. Jumping to his feet in alarm, he got out of the way just in time to see a huge blue demon emerge from under the table to furiously glare at him. He cried out for help and two servants rushed into the room, but it was too late. By the time they arrived, the demon had disappeared. When Chuang returned and heard what had happened, he scoffed at his friend and dared him to spend the night in that very room. Not lacking in courage, Huswing agreed to this, making sure, however, that he could sleep with a sword by his side. It was a very special sword, having once belonged to the great Tartar general. As soon as the couch had been prepared for him, Chuang bade him good night, and he took his leave. It was late autumn, and outside the wind caused the leaves to rustle. A pale moon cast its eerie light through the window, and behind its silken green curtain a small oil lamp burned. The moonbeams and the lamplight did not disturb Huswing, for he intended to remain awake. Nevertheless, by the time the hour of the rat approached, which is exactly midnight, Huswing began to doze. Suddenly, an empty wine cup fell clattering to the table, followed immediately by a second one. "Ha!" he thought. "He's returning the empties." And then, an instant after the second cup appeared, a blue leg poked through the east window, followed by an arm, an ear, an eye, half a nose, and half a mouth. At the same time, through the west window, another arm, leg, eye, and ear appeared with the other halves of the mouth and the nose. Silently, they joined together in the middle of the room, forming a complete figure. As an icy blast of wind blew the curtain, the blue demon glared horribly at Huswing and began to advance upon him. Seizing his sword, Huswing leaped up and slashed the great blue figure, cutting deeply into one arm. Whirling about, the demon jumped out the window, with Huswing hard at his heels. Brandishing the sword resolutely, the determined man chased the demon till it ducked behind a cherry tree and disappeared. After making sure that it had really gone, Huswing returned to the house and went back to bed. The next morning, while on the way to the room in which his friend had spent the night, Chuan became suddenly very alarmed to look out upon the garden, seeing a trail of blood leading from that very room. He was pleased beyond all measure when he heard Huswing's own lips with what happened during the night. As a precaution, Chuang ordered that the cherry tree be cut down and chopped to pieces, at which time he discovered that every chip of wood smelled like wine. Sorry for accidentally drifting off. I hope you all enjoyed. That was The Wine Demon from Vampires, Werewolves, and Other Demons. Thank you for listening.